guys, I wanted to come to you today with my birthday haul of books that I got. I had started in May saving books that I got from Amazon and threw them in a package. So anytime I ordered something, I would just throw it in this basket and then wait for, and I wouldn't open it. And then I opened it the day after my birthday a couple weeks ago. And I shot this video last week, left some of them sitting on the couch until I got done, and I was like, you need to put those in there. So I'm reshooting this thing. Everybody that sent me birthday wishes, thank you very much. I appreciate them. I have not gotten back to my comments yet because I have been extremely busy with work. So, but I will get back to those. So I just wanted to let you know that. One of the first books I got was The Messy Lives of Book People, and this was a June monthly pick. I have already read this and it will be in my wrap up, but I really like this book, and it mentioned this book, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I read in May, and it also mentioned The Alchemist. So I have not read this one. I had read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It also had a book about garden spells from Sarah Allison, I think her name is. I knew those were good books, so then I just picked this one up as well just to see if I liked it. So that's how this happened on the birthday. This one, I found the second or third book of this one, so I had to buy the first one, and I got it off of Amazon, and I am looking forward to reading this one. A lot of people have talked about this book, and I just wanted to know what it was about, read about it, see what all it was about, and I went on eBay to purchase this one because the American cover I don't like. I like this cover. So I got this one off of eBay, and so I'm going to read it. There's like a bunch of different people on the front of the American version of it, and I just didn't like I didn't like it. I like the way this one looks, so I bought that one. There are so many books here. I'm just going to try not to explain everything because just wait. This one I got because of Heidi YouTube Scraps. It's called The Lucky List, and this is another one of those books that I went on Amazon, and the American cover is uglier than sin. This is the version that Heidi had, and I was like, no, I'm going to eBay to look for that book, and did it again and found it on eBay, and this is a beautiful cover. So that is why if I'm going to buy a book, and it was cheaper to buy that book on eBay, hardback with a beautiful cover on it. A lot of people have been talking about this series, so I bought the first one of it. It's by Deanna Raybourn, A Dangerous Collaboration. It's a Veronica Speedwell mystery. So I don't know how many books is in this series, but I thought I would pick up the first one just to see if I liked it. If I do, I will get the others. If I don't, then I have the one book. It really doesn't matter. A couple of these books is because of the Queen's Jubilee. I had heard some things about the Queen that I did not know, so I got a book about her to see if I could find out more things about her. I think she's a very interesting lady. Anybody that does a job for 70 years is amazing. So I did that. I found this before the Jubilee started, and this one is, you can see the Queen and Prince Philip right there. And it's about a dressmaker that had, that supposedly, I don't know if this is a true one, a true story or anything, but and this lady finds a set of hand-stitched flowers that she inherited from her late grandmother, and she discovers the embroideries match the motifs decorating Queen Elizabeth's gown, and I guess she goes on the hunt to figure out what's going on. So a novel of the royal wedding is what it says. So I thought this was it looked interesting to me, so I got it. This was at Barnes & Noble. I just happened to be walking by and I'm like, what is that? So I got that. This one I had seen so many times by so many people, and it was in hardback, and I was like, I'm not paying that price for a hardback, whether I know I'm going to like it or not. So I found it on Amazon finally in paperback, and it's a much smaller book than the hardback one. So I am going to see if I even like these type books. I have never read anything like this. I found The Crescent City at the Goodwill for $4.50 the other day, and so I read a couple of pages out of it, and I'm like, okay, I need my Google, because I don't know what we're doing here. So I'm going to see if it's the same way with this, so we'll see how that goes. I was watching someone on YouTube, and she said this was a really cute book, and I think it's self-published, and it's called Legends and Lattes. And I was watching Katie Colson yesterday talking about her Summerween picks that she was going to read for Summerween, and this is one of the books that she got. And I think it is gonna be a cute book, and not one really hard to read. So I got that one just because I thought it was cute and it sounded very interesting. Another book, there's 2 books to this. I think there's another one coming out, and a lot of people are raving about. It sounds very interesting to me, and it's called The Inheritance Games. And the next one is The Hawthorne Legacy. That's the second one that's out. So this, I know a girl inherits this fortune, and she doesn't even belong in the family, and then there's clues left or something. I'm not really sure, but I've heard that this is a really good book, so I wanted to give it a try, and we'll see if it is. Another one that Katie Colson recommends, she loves this series, so I got the first book, and it's called The Diviners by Libba Bray. And I don't know, it says there's 2 more books in it, but I think there may be more than that. I'm not sure. But it just sounded like a really interesting book that she absolutely loves this one, and it's purple, so that doesn't hurt anything. So that's the first stack of books that I have. Then there's a book in there I forgot that I'm going to read next, and it's called Blackout. It's got 6 authors on it. It was a Barnes & Noble Book of the Month pick in June. So I bought it and The Witch Hunt by Kate Conte. And I thought there's cats, and I just thought it would be an interesting book to read, so something simple. So I got that, and then I got the one that's called Blackout in there. Another one that I picked up, I definitely wanted to get a hold of because Dirty Dancing, I remember when it came out, and I loved her character. I loved the movie. I still love the movie to this day. I could still wear that movie out, just watching it over and over. But it's Jennifer Grey, Out of the Corner, and so I really wanted to read about her life, and especially with her nose job, how she didn't want to have it, but the industry kept forcing her to, and then she ended up losing her career because of it. So I thought that was very interesting. That's an excerpt I've heard out of it. I got this one. I heard from it. I can't remember what YouTuber it was, but they said this was a really funny book, and it's called Dial A for Aunties, and it's by Jessie Q. Sutano. So it's supposed to be a funny book, so I thought I would give that one a try. There is several books. I think I might have another book that's behind this, and that's why, a first in a new series, so that's why I have this. It's called Death by Chocolate Cherry Cheesecake by Sarah Graves. So I, of course, had to go and start with the first book, and so that's why I bought that one. Then I heard this one was a really good one. It's called The Bromance. The first rule of book club, you don't talk about book club. I guess it's for guys. The guys don't talk about they're in a book club. But it's a contemporary romance, and it sounded like it would be pretty good. So I thought I would get it just to see what it was like. Then another one that I heard someone talking about, this series of novel or books. This is by Molly Harper, and it's Sweet Tea and Sympathy. It's a Southern eclectic novel, and I think there's several of them that's in this. I don't know what the other books are behind it, but I heard it was a really good book, so again, I purchased it. The next book I got is called The Social Graces by Renee Rosen. And I got this one because I was talking to the girl at the doctor's office who was taking my blood, and we got to talking about books and everything. And she loves, like, up in the Salem area and about that era and the dresses and social graces and stuff like that. So she told me to get this. This was a really good book. So as soon as I got out in the parking lot, I went on Amazon and I ordered this book so I wouldn't forget it. And I really can't wait to read it because she said it was a really good book. So yeah, this is definitely on my book list to read. Another one that I saw people talking about, it says Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. It's another, I think this is a romance. Does it say? I'm not sure, but I think this is supposed to be kind of a funny book, and so I thought I would give it a try. I just wanted to pick out some books that people were recommending on Amazon, and then I have gone to the Goodwill and I have purchased a bunch of books that, whether they look enticing to me to read, whether they or not, doesn't really matter, because the most I've paid for a book is $6.50, so I don't really care on that. Then I have this one. It's called Sourdough, or Lois and Her Adventures in the Underground Market. So I've heard by several YouTubers say that this is a really good book. It's a really interesting name, I'll give it that. But it's a sourdough knows as much about strange extremes of food as Mr. Penumbra did about the dark latitudes of the book community. Can't even talk. So, yeah, I wanted to try this out. It sounded interesting to me. This one, I will admit that the front got me. I like the way that it looks. It's by Ashley Winstead. I've seen a lot of her books at the Goodwill, but none with covers that looks like this. This is Fool Me Once. So I wanted to read this one, and then if I like her books, then I will get them. But if I don't, then we'll see. But a lot of people seem to really like this book. Then here's a controversial book. Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Some people absolutely love this book. Some people absolutely hate this book. So, I'm not really sure where I'm going to land. Hopefully in a good place. This book is huge. It is bonus epilogue is at 557. And the book ends at 549. So it's about twins. The twin is getting married. Her twin calls her and says she's in trouble. She leaves her wedding, and when she gets there, her sister's nowhere to be found. I think that's how it went. Anyways, her sister ends up taking off with all of her stuff and leaving her daughter. And the town thinks that she's the bad twin, so they're mean to her at first. And so I think this is a grumpy... the guy in here is grumpy. I don't know if it's they get together or not. I don't remember the whole story, so I'm kind of going into this a little bit blind, and I'm okay with that because I don't want to ruin the story. And it's going to be a long book, but that's fine with me. And then the last one I got, I saw a YouTuber talking about it, and I thought if ever there was a story for me out there, it's called The OCD Love Story. And if you've been around here for any amount of time, you know that I have a very severe case of OCD, particularly germ OCD. And I just wanted to see what it was like. And it's so funny just looking at this, all these words and things going. That's what a person with OCD's head is like. It's like freaking zoo in there. So I just wanted to get this just because it had OCD on it, and I was like, I've got to see what this is about. So they said it was good, and when it said OCD on it, I was like, sign me up. I'm gonna read that one. So that is what I've got. So these are the books that I purchased in May up to my birthday. A couple of them may have come in after my birthday. I'm not sure. But I wanted to let you know what I had picked up and purchased, just because to let you know what I've gotten. And please let me know if there's something else out there or an author you think that I would enjoy. I always love your recommendations. Somebody turned me on to Nora Roberts. I started one of her books. I finished one of her books, and I absolutely loved it. So if there's any other books, I am trying any kind of genre at this point. Just no Stephen King. I do not want to have nightmares because I already have problems sleeping. So, but just any genre, I'm trying everything at this point. As you can tell, this runs the gamut here of what we're doing. So I just wanted to let you know that. So if there's something out there that you like and you think I'll like it, please leave it down in the comments. I always like to know what you all think. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. I would love to have you here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a good day. Bye.